A new mother and a child move into her mother-in-law's spooky mansion. She soon begins to suspect that neither the house nor the mother-in-law are quite what they seem to be. In the 1988 never-ending film saga, Witchcraft.
All right, Witchcraft. Lindsay, did you think about Witchcraft?
Well, I'm a simple woman. And as we were talking about this entire series, there were certain things that we focused on. And I was kind of expecting a few of those things to at least be hinted at a little bit in this first movie. So I was kind of disappointed. I'm like, I at least wanted some boobs somewhere. And there were no boobs.
I disagree.
Weather?
Oh, they are. Oh, sexy.
AJ, what'd you think?
I'm just shocked that they would make 16 movies, right? 16 of them based off of this film. Like, doesn't the first one have to be at least somewhat decent to do that? Like, what? I don't
Yeah, you're going off
understand.
that.
But no, it was what we thought it was.
Not a fan.
It was okay.
Disappointed.
It was disappointing, though. Yeah.
Okay. Aaron?
I think the word for me is forgettable. I watched this last night and I already don't really remember much of anything about it. Yeah.
It is predictable. It does play out like a psychological horror movie, but without any of the trappings of a psychological horror movie. Meaning, it wants to be one where it's like this lady being gaslit, like she's in this house and they're like taking advantage of her, and she's like having these terrible dreams and their nightmare scenarios, which all sounds cool on paper and could be executed in a way where stuff was effective. But when you got Richard Band Jr. over here pumping away on his Casio like it's nobody's fucking business, there's no subtlety to anything. And so it's all in your face.
Yeah.
And none of it works because of that.
On your face if you're the priest.
We'll get to it being on the face later, Smith. Okay? We can get into that. But I'm a big fan of psychological horror movies. They're generally my favorite. And tone is incredibly important for them to work in a way. And this movie fucks the tone up immediately at the start. There's also weird comedic scenes that are in here for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
We'll get to that as well. But the other thing that really bothered me about this movie was it's a witch movie and it's still like kind of super misogynistic. And like, I guess maybe it's intentional because they're gaslighting her, but like generally witch movies are very like feministic because it's about like empowered women. And I was waiting for some sort of interesting storyline to reveal itself, but like Smith said, everything is so predictable.
Although I hear one of the characters is throughout all of them.
Really?
I think it's the guy.
John?
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah, there is like a tie to all of them. I found this big long story at some point online where someone explained all of it.
Get that
Actually
guy
did
off
the
the
time,
podcast.
watched all of them.
There's a character named Will, but he's in like 2, 3,
that's the
4, and 5.
Is that the baby? William?
It could be. Because in the next one, she goes after the kid as a teenager. It's like T2.
John
shit.
Connor.
Here we go.
Edward
Diabolical
Furlong in the
Magazine did a
future
thing
ones?
on it.
Right?
We checked out a little movie. A sequel to the Witchcraft series, Witchcraft 2.
They made another one.
The new I don't remember the name, something about
The
the
Temptress.
I didn't save the trailer either. Shit. Oh, where's
What is happening?
Boomer, give it a break. There's more to life than sex.
That was the only
right.
clip that had audio.
That's all right. Apparently that's we don't have the trailer, but it's okay. A witch stalks the now teenage child from the first Witchcraft film. She attempts to kill his friends in order, slowly using her feminine wiles to corrupt him to Satan.
Oh.
Can he resist? Will he hold on to his faith? In the low-budget 1982 straight-to-video classic Witchcraft 2: The Temptress.
Oh, I did tip in there. Rated R for continuing a horrible franchise.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about a terrible movie. Spiv, what did you think of Witchcraft 2? Feel free to unload like you
Objection.
normally do.
Leading
You
the
did not
witness.
enjoy this movie? Why did you hate it, Spiv? Unload.
I thought that it couldn't get much worse than Witchcraft 1.
Well, my friend,
wow.
you are wrong.
And then I saw Witchcraft 2. I'm waiting for these to get fun.
You're gonna be waiting a long time.
I hear that the next one is when it starts.
That's what you said
We're
about
gonna
this
say
one.
that
Last
about
time, you
every,
lying son of a
every
bitch.
time we do one of these, you're gonna say that.
No, I will say Laura watched this with me,
Okay.
and she said that if we watch Witchcraft 3, she will divorce me.
Wow. Yikes.
So I think that says it all.
So you're excited for 3 or not? I'm confused.
What's the plans here?
Okay.
Look what I got you for your birthday.
Witchcraft 3. Hit the Witchcraft Blu-ray set.
Right.
I got you
Lindsay.
the full box set.
What did you think of Witchcraft 2?
It was more entertaining than the first one, I would say. There's actual witchcraft in it. The acting is atrocious, and it was hard to understand what was actually happening and what things meant and what purpose they had. So, I mean, I enjoyed it more than the first one, but I was pretty baffled by this one as well.
Okay. AJ.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same lines. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot more than the first one. I felt like it held my attention, which the first movie did not do, and that's why I like it more. Not because it's necessarily done better. I did like some of the experimental cross fades and experimental hair tosses and montages of those that we got. That was unique.
Lindsay,
Lots
you're
of
the only one able to do it. That's fucking bullshit.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
Wait, Smith,
lots
can you
of-
do it?
No,
Dried
I got
out
my-
stealth
I got my hair,
scenes.
Too
man.
short?
Cut it. Yeah.
All right, I don't know what's going on. Okay, what the fuck is going on? Aaron, what did you think of this movie?
This is fucking trash. God damn. Right from the beginning, this pissed me off. Because the credits are 18 minutes long, and it's like, hair of a dog, an eye of a newt, cap of a snapple. Give me some fruit. And you're like... and then you get that, where they're pouring
Gosh, remember
sloppy
Snapples?
joes, and you're just like, what am I watching? Why am I subjecting myself to this? And it just went
And
downhill
that
from
was
there.
the best part of the movie.
Oh, I don't know about that, but yes.
And then I tried watching it last night, and I fell asleep. I kept waking up. I was like, ah. Nope. Ah. I just kept falling asleep. Like nothing in this could contain my, capture my attention. And
Wow.
the reason is because this movie is one part teenage 80s sex romp, one
Without the
part
sex.
80s family drama, one part 80s slashery horror thing, and then a little bit of like Exorcist type thing they try and throw in there.
Yeah.
But none of it is cohesive with each other.
Well, the story that they put out there is he's the baby from the first movie,
Right.
and they're trying. He was being raised by witches, but then the two good witches took him to raise him normally.
Yeah, that's so.
And then
They
the
held
witches,
them back a few years. at
yeah,
school.
a few
Just
years,
a few.
Few decades.
and then the
He's
witches.
35.
The witches found them, but she'd
Somehow.
been living next door the whole time.
I guess.
Because-
At the beginning,
Yeah, she talks
the
about.
blonde witch
Being
is
the
being
neighbor
brought
forever,
back
yeah.
to life, right?
Yeah, that's what.
No.
Is there she is on the table.
No. What I got out of this is the beginning is this woman is transforming into the blonde woman.
Because that's the mom.
And that's the mom from the
first
original
one.
movie.
That
Yes.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
She's died like 17 times. in the
Yes,
first
but she
movie.
also transformed into this Dutch neighbor, the sexy temptress. Is
Yes.
what I got out of that. And I only got out of that after the 5th time watching the intro,
Yeah,
the first 20
I can
minutes of
see
the movie.
that, yeah.
Well, because
So,
the neighbor lady
okay.
says that she's been living next door for quite a while. Because she talks about an accident he had when he was a kid where he fell off the swings.
Right. When she comes looking for her cat.
Or maybe did she just get possessed by this witch?
Okay.
Is that what's happening in the beginning?
So the whole storyline is this kid grew up, and now at some point in his life, if they perform this ritual they're trying to turn him into evil because he has the power.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
To
it,
become
right?
I think
Satan
he's-
on Earth, right?
I think he's
Yeah.
like turning 18, right? Because they mentioned
But then
he's
they
going to
kind
go
of-
off to college.
They kind of do
Yeah.
this spin where it's like he's going to have this child then all of a sudden with her,
Yeah.
and that's going to be the child lead on Satan, and that's where I got confused too, because I thought the whole point was him becoming the bringer of hell on Earth or whatever, not his child.
10, not even, maybe 5 to 8 minutes into this movie, we get this scene.
Will, you know I love you. Will, listen to me. I just said I love you. Will, I just said I love you.
Come on,
I
Chris,
thought
you
he
never
was
done
gonna
the
hit
windmill around the room?
someone.
Okay.
What about the
Okay.
ladder scene, Chris?
That was
Ridiculous.
the most tittillating scene in the movie. Like, it was kind of erotic and
Like
set
you've
the
never helped your
stage.
neighbor clean the gutters
What
out
was
by
she
holding onto
cleaning
their
her
ass?
gutters
Like,
with?
It looks like a
paintbrush.
little handheld broom.
Yeah,
Like
it's
this
a
this
dustpan.
Like I'm not gonna lie, like this scene is kind of sexy in a way. And it kind of works for me, but the movie never goes anywhere after that. You get like the cleavage music video thing we saw later, but like
the masturbation thing.
It's weird because it's not sexy. It's like overdoing it. It's like cartoonish because she's like,
Yes.
"Rah,"
Yeah.
like, oh, look at this, and rubbing her body
yeah,
and stuff.
it's
And it
probably
just
because the director's like, more,
there's,
more!
right, there's no subtlety to it whatsoever.
there's zero subtlety.
Yes.
She's like, I'm gonna clean my gutters in my sexy outfit and have you grab my ass. Like it's so
it's
it's
not-
like porno
She's the
level.
template.
Yeah.
No, it's way beyond that. There's no like, yeah, it's more cartoonish. It doesn't feel. Yeah, it's
Exactly.
like that level of right. Yeah, exactly.
Well, and then like she'll knock on the door, ring the doorbell, and while she's waiting, she's all like,
Yeah.
you know, it just
yeah,
it's way
not,
too
that's
much.
not
You don't do that
attractive.
when you're
It's not a
waiting
good
for
thing.
I guess we should mention the.
That's why nobody ever opens the door when I ring the doorbell.
I have a question too. If your friend from high school committed suicide by jumping out of your bedroom window,
right in front of you.
would you just put a cardboard box in front of it and just act like nothing happened?
Probably not.
Yeah.
But they're
No, I
like
mean-
they have that reaction to everything that happens in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's like no big deal. They're
Okay,
like, oh
well,
yeah,
you
there's.
guys-
Okay, I have several questions about this whole fucking thing that happens in this movie, where this girl jumps out of his bedroom window.
That was like
because...
the most amazing scene in the movie.
It was
Okay.
pretty good.
First things first, if you look at the building, it's like it was a burned down house that they picked up all the wood and
Yeah, it's like
rebuilt a house
Michael
out of.
Myers' house, right?
And I don't remember that from earlier in the movie, so I don't understand what happened
It's
there.
just cedar that's aged.
They just wanted a witchcraftian house for an exterior,
Yeah.
so that's what they shot.
Second thing, so many goddamn people die in this house, and the police not interested. Like they get away with
Well,
so many murders, they never
Chris,
explain it. This
We don't
lady
have the budget
jumps.
to get extras for cops, man.
AJ, this lady jumps out of his
jugglers.
window and dies, and the police never show up, and he's sleeping in that bed that night.
The police
It's
are
only
in on
80
it, Chris.
grand, man. You can't
He's
bring in these.
distraught,
You can't
though.
bring the police.
I
and
think I
cars and stuff
figured
like
out
that.
where the budget went. Those awesome flame effects.
Yeah.
From the
preacher
priest.
dies.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I
Yeah,
really
clip
think
of
it
that
went
one,
into the
Chris.
flashlights. That was cool. Look at that.
I hate
I
this.
feel like
I
Oh
hate
no,
this
it's on
movie.
fire.
Like the end, he stabs her in the chest.
Well, his
That ends
girlfriend
everything.
won't shut up. She just keeps screaming through the whole thing.
And you get pictures of the lady, so it's clearly the lady took over. That's what I got out of that.
So
Took
he's
over that
doing his
body.
grandma or his mom?
He's doing his mom, Lindsay.
He's doing his mom.
That's what he's
His
doing.
grandma
Lindsay.
mom.
Lindsay, he is currently making love to his mother. Right here, Lindsay. That's his mother, and that's him doing his mother.
Why do
you think she's screaming?
Oh my
Not your mom.
god.
That's his mom, Lindsay.
That's his mom.
That's what I got out of it. I don't know if I'm right
That's
or wrong.
his, no, you're
I
right.
think you're right. Yeah, I missed that.
That's
on
his
the
mom.
first
That
view.
Makes this so
He's
much
doing
worse.
his mommy.
Ew, stop
Can we
saying
not
it that
say
way.
that ever again?
Jesus Christ. Give her an X, please, for
Yeah,
love
I'm
of
looking
God.
for it. For the love of God, Lindsay.
On International Women's Day, you give me an X? What the
You
fuck?
just said he's
Oh,
doing
Chris.
his mommy. That's what you just said.
I said it about as
Give her another one.
PC
Good
as
lord.
I could.
And tonight, we're taking a magical journey into 1991 to talk about Witchcraft 3, The Kiss of Death.
All right, Witchcraft 3. A warlock, moonlighting as a lawyer, refuses to use his powers.
My powers!
Said I wouldn't use these powers.
But he soon comes across an evil
like
succubus.
football?
The succubus has honed in onto the lawyer's girlfriend. Which would be his next victim? Find out in the 1991 straight-to-video classic.
I am an
Witchcraft
actor.
3, The Kiss of Death.
I am acting.
Rated R, because it fucking exists.
So Spiv,
Chris.
you had mentioned to your wife that after you watched Witchcraft 2, that if she said if you were watching Witchcraft 3, you are getting a divorce.
Correct.
Now it appears as though this has come to fruition. Would you clear?
I had to
what,
sacrifice it
clarify
for
her?
the podcast.
You did. Things have to be. Look, I've sacrificed
right call,
many
right
things
call.
for the podcast, and
Welcome
it
to
is
the
what it is.
club. Welcome
Yes.
to the club.
We've all lost loved
Right?
ones.
Join up, Spill.
Another one bites the dust.
What did you think of the Witchcraft 3, Spiff?
I have no words.
No words.
No words. It was
Everything you thought.
exactly what I expected it would be, which was terrible.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Really?
I did expect a little more nudity,
Uh-huh.
but we didn't really get any. I mean, there was some, but no, just everything about it was not good.
Not good.
Not good.
Interesting. Rebecca.
So this was my first foray into the witchcraft.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
Right.
You are so lucky.
Congratulations, Rebecca.
Yeah,
Introduction.
yeah. And I could see pretty quickly why there was so much pushback as to why we didn't want this one.
That's if you could see anything at all.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything. I couldn't hear
dark.
anything. I had no idea what was going on. Yeah, it was bad.
Not a fan.
Nope.
Lindsay.
Well, I have seen the first two, and I still didn't know what was going on. But no, it was garbage. But there was some stuff to laugh at and make fun of, but overall,
Not a
it was-
fan.
I'm indifferent to it. I'm like, whatever.
Well,
It's kind of the same
okay.
stuff as the last one, but I don't know if I enjoyed it or not. I'm still on the fence.
Okay. AJ.
I enjoyed this movie. You know, I was a fan of the last two, and I was kind of shocked that by how much better this was than 1 and 2. I was like, we finally made it. It was a small jump, but we left and we landed and we're up here now, and it's great. It is great. I wasn't
This guy
expecting
gets
it.
it. This guy gets it. I don't know how to point, but this guy gets it.
I am here for it. I love the bad acting. I love the ridiculous storyline. I love the magic elements. They even put some. They even did the classic move where they jar that horrible footage from the first movie in.
Oh,
Don't you
yeah.
see that? It's part of it
So
now.
good. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
there was
here for it.
there was a lot more actual witchcraft in this one. So
That's true.
I think they're just progressively getting worse as we go. Okay.
They did it, guys. They finally did it. They made a film worse than Witchcraft 2.
No way.
I watched this thing on my TV in my office here, and it was a YouTube rip, to be fair. But I'm pretty sure that I've shit out a Taco Bell shit that was much more cohesive visually than whatever this film was. This
main
was
character.
this is awful. Do not watch this. This is the worst. This is Vampire Cop level filmmaking here.
This is
How dare you? Vampire Cop is a
That was
classic.
great.
No, you guys are damaged. What the hell?
Vampire Cop's good stuff.
Vampires, that's a different animal for sure.
Is it though? This is the same basic thing.
I hated Witchcraft 2, and when I turned this on and got to that opening scene where, yes, I grant you, it was dark, but I thought it was very competently shot and choreographed and stylish and actually thoughtful. I was like, wow, what happened?
It was too. You couldn't see anything.
Well, I have glaucoma and I can see, so I don't know what you got going on over there. You might want to go to a doctor or something. He's a goddamn lawyer, Aaron. Look at him lawyering.
He's killing it. He's killing it.
He's a good kid.
Doing good work.
Look, here's the thing. In Witchcraft 2, he was a teenager, but he was still 45. In Witchcraft 3, he's 45 and now he's a lawyer.
Yep. And he has a different last name.
And do you remember in like Witchcraft 2, he was 45 and he went to the library. He's like, I haven't read a book since I was 2 years old, or like in second grade.
He was too cool for school. In the
How'd you become a lawyer?
I want to know who decided to keep him in this role. and by the way, he goes on for a couple more movies, guys, in this role.
Why? What is it
stuck with it?
Movie?
So, okay, so you have this guy who is collecting the souls or the life energy of random women, God damn it, random women, to energize, to like re-energize his girlfriend.
Yes.
Yep, the green.
Yeah. Yeah.
They never like say what she is. Is it just that she lives forever now? And so that's
But only
I was
because of
curious about
him.
that. But is she like a power source for him?
Right,
Is that part of why he
what is
does
her
this?
role? Why does he need her?
he loves her.
Does he
Just a
need
toy.
He needs someone to like control. Like that's part of his powers, right?
I think he loves her, and then decides he loves this other woman now, and so, but
Dropped.
so that's the whole plot. Is this
Lasted
guy
for a
gets
couple
attached
centuries,
to
right?
to Bill, our warlock lawyer's girlfriend, and now he wants her.
Yeah.
And
Is
her
he
fashion.
capable of love?
Everybody's capable of love, Aaron. They look inside themselves. On the other end of the spectrum, you do get sexy love scenes between Bill and his girlfriend. Okay? And look.
Oh, there's lots of touching.
Yes,
Look at that.
acrylic nails
yeah.
through chest hair.
Oh,
Right
this
in
is
the
what
armpit.
this is what I want to see. That's some hot stuff. Oh, yes.
Oh, then she says
God,
something.
he's the
and
worst actor.
ruins it.
He is the fucking worst.
Really
He's
bad.
the worst. I mean, I understand they're probably doing one takes a lot of times, but man.
He is bad.
Every time he spoke, I heard Judge Reinhold.
Yes. He is like the worst Judge Reinhold clone
Yeah.
possible.
So-
it's like you clone him a bunch of times and you just end up with this guy.
But then at one point, when he comes in and finds his girlfriend, he pulls open her shirt and she has a mark.
Yeah, it's a hickey. A glowing hickey.
Glowing.
He has a glicky, I believe is pronounced what that's what it is.
We're just creating all kinds of new
that's
terms
awful.
tonight, aren't we?
And he's like, what'd you do to my girl? You give her this clicky? And then he's like,
I don't like it.
he's like, I'm gonna show you. And he grabs a clothes hanger and they just start wrestling around
man,
in
what a
clothes
fight
in these clothes. This is the epic showdown of two warlocks fighting. Okay, this is what
No
this is
magic.
imagine. All right, guys.
The framing
There's
is
ruffles.
Two dudes
There's
that can't
lace.
fight, rolling around
Okay.
in a closet.
So this is the stage. In Harry Potter 1, you set up
Hey,
Voldemort and Harry
Chris,
Potter.
wait. Maybe this is his
Spoilers.
subconscious thing of coming out of the closet. He's rolling around in a closet with another dude.
Oh my god.
Dude, that's visual storytelling, Aaron, and I like it.
Well, and they had a one-liner at the end too. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
"My name's not Billy Boy." I don't even remember him calling him
Damn
Billy
straight.
Boy.
You can call him
Oh,
Billy
yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah, it was all movie long.
I didn't notice.
And let As we watched the 1992 horror / softcore pornography film Witchcraft 4.
The Virgin Heart. Starring sizzling penthouse pet Julie Strain and Witchcraft 2 and 3 star Charles Solomon. Witchcraft 4 Virgin Heart will satisfy horror fans' thirst for demonic action and scintillating effects.
I don't remember seeing that.
Oh, will it?
It's
I
been a
don't know, too.
while
It's
since we
hard.
visited the world of Witchcraft. And
Way
you know,
too
like
long.
they say, you can't go home again. Very fitting phrase for a franchise. I'll say that. He's going back. Well, I guess I won't get into it.
Save
I
it
did-
for the podcast, Chris.
There'll be a little.
You getting nostalgia over there?
Get nostalgic for my witchcrafts. The good old days of the witchcrafts before it was all about Julie Strain's butthole. But we're gonna get into that. We're literally gonna get into that. So
Wait,
AJ,
what? I'm not gonna.
yeah, you will.
Depends on what
AJ.
version you watched.
Yeah, and that's what we're gonna talk about. AJ, what is Witchcraft 4 about?
When DJ Creep goes on a killing spree, the police oddly arrest a young man for the crimes.
You're under arrest.
Can the
the
warlock
beginning,
lawyer
right?
save the day? Or will he be blinded by the exotic moves of Julie Strange?
It's been several years since I used my powers.
Find out in the 1992 classic,
Julie?
Witchcraft 4.
Julie,
The Virgin.
Julie, Julie,
I'm an actor.
Is the
Julie.
back here?
Does anybody see Julie?
I play football.
Julie, I'm a lawyer.
This guy, he's the worst.
He's getting better. He's getting better.
Is
Is
this
he?
his last one?
I'm a lawyer.
I mean,
He's a
we'll
private
get into it.
detective
There's a lot to
lawyer.
talk about
We're
with
gonna get
all
into it.
that.
We're gonna get into it. Are we ready to talk about Witchcraft 4? Are we? Are we there? Are we?
I am
there?
so excited.
We're back.
Now, I have a question. I watched the YouTube one. Is that the dirty version or not?
No.
Yeah,
We
it's on
will-
YouTube. Come on.
We will unpack it as it goes, Biff.
I paid for my version.
Yeah, I got the unrated.
God help
Becca
me.
got the good shit. I got the uncut
too.
gems over here. Yeah.
Paid
Some
for
of
that
us
for
know
seeing.
when it's worth laying down a few dollars, Biff, and some of us don't. So, AJ, what'd
was
you think?
shocked.
Witchcraft 4.
Probably the worst one.
Wow.
Yeah, I was
Really? You're a
shocked.
big fan too.
I am a big fan, and I think this was the hardest one to watch, and also just the hardest
Bad
to
phrase.
hear. I couldn't hear anything at all. Like I heard music, but sometimes you couldn't hear people talking. So I turned subtitles on so I could follow, and that helped a little
Bad
bit.
mistake.
What was the hardest thing about it?
Oh, the hardest thing about it were the dialogue scenes.
Oh, I thought
With the
about
one
How hard
camera
was it?
angle
You couldn't
where
hear
it
it.
sits
How
on
hard
somebody for
were
20
these-
minutes when they're talking.
But how hard was it?
So hard.
All right.
Chris
yes.
knows the scene we saw. He knows.
I have the scene. We will play some.
Oh my God, you have it?
You have the scene?
What scene? I feel like
I
Spit.
should have. I
we
should have
missed
paid the
something.
version.
I will
You
get. We will
missed-
get into.
It's
You missed
it's
a
a whole
whole lot.
intro to the movie.
Yeah.
We'll show it then. We'll get through
Oh,
people's
is that
opening
why-
comments.
Oh, our version just started like in a forest.
Nope.
Yeah,
They're
you
in, like,
missed
the
a
desert
whole
in a
lot of
car.
content.
There was some.
man.
You
A
could
whole
see
lot
you
of
could see the
content.
trees
Whole
beyond the
lot.
forest in our content.
Yeah.
There was some.
There was
your-
a forest,
Ah,
alright.
Your comments
You
all
could
make
s-
sense
Full
now.
of bush.
And not the George W. kind. Aaron, what did you think of Witchcraft 4?
I mean, so I tried to watch this and I fell asleep within the first 10 minutes. And then I watched it the rest. Well, I watched it again today and still almost fell asleep within the first 10 minutes. And I wasn't even tired. This is an atrocity that should not have been committed to film. But
Yeah, damaging the series, right?
no,
The credibility of the series is in danger.
It's
now.
in, it's in danger right now.
I'm with AJ on this.
it was
Yeah.
in danger from the get-go, man.
I don't know.
I
about
will
that.
say that I liked some of the lighting in this one. It was kind of crazy, over the top with the amount of color and the dark contrast in it. But this was like a neat.
Oh shit! I had audio. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It was like a neo noir film.
Yeah.
Rebecca, what'd you think?
It was definitely hard to watch. I had a hard time, like AJ said, with the sound. I mean, when they're walking, the two of them go back to the scene and they're
Crunch,
crunching
crunch,
Oh,
through.
I wrote that scene down.
I had to stop because it was so obnoxious.
It's
and they
like-
even then they stopped walking and there was still crunching going on.
That scene.
And the microphone was back at the car.
That scene.
Yeah.
We have to talk about that scene. I wrote down so much.
Are you talking about
it.
the payphone scene?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
So you need the
Well,
sound
I
don't know.
version
I
of
don't-
just the pretzels being smushed.
It's the only way.
Rebecca, remember when you told us that game about how the AC/DC Thunderstruck destroys cancer?
Yeah.
This movie's
Well, this movie causes it.
soundtrack.
It puts it right back there.
It puts it right back in. Spiv, big fan?
I'm with AJ. I mean, the last three have been bad, but kind of fun bad. This
Right,
one
that's what
was
I'm
just yeah. You couldn't hear stuff. You
It's a
couldn't
rough
see
ticket.
stuff. The story made no
Wait,
sense.
You can't look at all the details, Spiv.
Exactly. What is that?
What are
A
you
tree?
talking about?
And
Even
then
when it was
they
just him.
totally
not gonna
forget
make
the
it.
whole point of the movie, where he's trying to save this kid from getting arrested for a murder.
Oh yeah, I forgot
I
about
mean,
That's the same thing with the last one, though.
I know it's the
Yeah,
same,
it's
it's the
gone.
same plot device.
Same as
But
that plot device.
He doesn't want to do it this time. That's the only
he
difference.
doesn't want to use his
Yes.
powers because it's been 3 years. And
It's
But he
been
didn't want to
so
use his
long.
powers last time.
Well, he's not that kind of lawyer anymore.
I'm
he's,
still not
he's a
sure
private
that he has
investigator
powers.
lawyer.
I will say this. I think the idea of a noir movie where it's supernatural and he's trying to solve this crime of this demon who is giving people their wishes in exchange for their souls and also people's hearts or something as
Yes.
payment.
Is that what happened? I don't know.
So yes, that is what happened. And I think that's cool in theory. In execution, didn't
Nope.
quite hit the mark. Wait, I don't want to
true.
jump in yet because
I'm
this is
ready.
not the movie experience that I experienced. I started this movie
Yeah, that's fair. Let's hear what
and
you
Julie
said.
Strain made me hit the showers because it was just so dirty. It was just like, I don't know what I'm doing.
For no reason.
So I'll
Why
play
was
it.
she naked?
So this is the opening of the movie?
This goes on for 4 minutes. This
4
is
minutes?
Lloyd Kaufman. Lloyd Kaufman called her up literally at the opening and brought some guest in and says, "What about Julie Strain?" He's like, wonder if she's naked." And then they call her, and you get 4
Yeah.
minutes of this. Here's 4
Yeah,
minutes.
it's been like a day in the life of Julie Strain. I just had to take a bath. And then a curling iron.
So
I was excited when they introduced the club. I was like, all right, this is cool. There's actually like a witch club. You know, it's
Yeah.
a coven. This is where all the witches
Get
are going to
that door
be.
open
and then-
and just bam, 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 bam,
Yeah.
bam, bam.
And then
bam,
there's this
bam.
weird. There's this
Yeah,
weird
why is that guy
thing
getting beat up
happening.
right there?
I
Why
like
is it a
how
slow
Hardcore
motion?
place.
a
It's hardcore
jacket was
club.
required in order to enter the club.
Right.
And then the bartender didn't
It's
even have a
classy.
shirt on.
Wow.
Oh, it's that kind of club.
So Julie Strain,
In the
she's a
Amazon
dancer.
version, does she get naked in this?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
She got
YouTube,
naked
does
to
not.
start the Amazon.
Yeah, she
version.
does.
Which
In
She
this
doesn't get
scene
naked
here? No,
long.
Yeah, she
doesn't.
does.
What she does is right after this, she pulls up her thing and she's like, "This is my butthole," and then she takes her top off for like 12 seconds in,
She's
in the
wearing a bra,
Amazon
though.
version. So this is the thing, though. Billy, our main character, ends up like working with the sister of the guy who's his client.
Yes.
So like this guy who's paying for murders, but they have this like budding relationship kind of love thing going on.
Sort of.
And like she's sort of jealous because he's like talking about how he went to the strip club, and she's like, "Oh, is she pretty?" Blah 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 blah. And he's like, "Yeah, I saw her butthole. It was great." It's like,
10 out of 10.
but there is a very artistic scene in this movie, and I think we can all agree the elevator sex scene.
oh my god, that was
It is-
I
beautiful.
had no idea what's
a-
going on other
This
than
was
the
on the
audio.
Yeah.
YouTube one.
It was hot.
Yeah.
Look at that.
This was it. This was in the YouTube one. Yes.
Here's the thing: is we see the whole sex scene play out from beginning to end of them starting dressed and getting undressed and finishing, and it's literally 20 seconds long.
Hey,
The elevator
sometimes,
only
you know,
goes so far, man.
right.
Chris, he's not an actor.
See what
He's
you
a
did there.
lawyer, Chris. He's a lawyer.
And he rips his heart out, which is pretty
I
cool,
mean,
actually.
that was pretty cool. I
There's
mean,
this
if we had
witchcraft.
more
If
of
you could
that
see
throughout
it.
the movie, I would be
Dude,
on
he
board.
pulled it out of the right side of his chest, though.
I didn't know
Well,
what
that's
he
where
was
I
doing
keep it.
here.
Yeah.
Why
It's like playing, he's getting hearts, but if you never saw
And
someone
that's
get a
the,
heart out.
is that the, like the souls
He's got that
coming
thing
out
where
then?
his organs are on the wrong side
Wrong
of his
side.
body.
That was actually
Yeah.
his Poop Master 3000
The loop got
malfunctioning.
just-
Loop
oh,
got
no. Was that the Febreze or was that the shit particles?
That was the shit particles. So you have to listen to the pre-show if you want to know about the
God, don't listen.
That's premium pre-show
the
content.
the
right
lucrative
there.
investment opportunities await for the Poop Master 3000. So he saves the day. You know, he kills the evil warlock. He frees his girlfriend,
Kind
but
of.
then girlfriend's not who she claims to be.
Uh-oh.
But Julie Strain stabs her with a knife.
I guess that's what happened. I thought he got stabbed at first. I couldn't tell.
I
Why would
was
he wear
hoping
a
he
shirt
did.
You think he's wearing a shirtless, like the backless? He's wearing a
I
backless
was wondering.
shirt.
I didn't know when
That's
it
a
had
new
happened.
style. It's the 90s.
I didn't know when it had
Sexy.
happened. Maybe I can't rip him off. Then the heart.
He put it on backwards.
Yeah.
God,
He's
I
not
can't button
wearing
this here shirt.